Get your mind off wintertime. You ain't going nowhere. I said, ooh, wait, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. I said, whoa, no, gonna fly down in the easy chair. Now, I don't care how many letters they send. Tailgates and substitutes. Strap yourself to a tree with roots. You ain't going nowhere. Come on, stay away. Ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. I said, whoa, no, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? What'd you say, Charlie?
About that. Once again, I'm Liz Willis, and this is my beautiful co-host.
Thank you, Alyssa Ashe, and welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're so excited to bring you guys another wonderful President Trump rally. It will be held downtown in the Bojangles Coliseum over on Independence Boulevard, and we're expecting some chilly temperatures tomorrow and even some light rain. So we're going to have a lot of devoted patriots enduring those weather conditions tomorrow.
Yes, and I'm going to take this opportunity now to read the official campaign announcement regarding President Trump's visit to Charlotte, North Carolina. From New York, New York. Today, Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated announced President Trump's next stop on his national midterm campaign tour with a MAGA rally on Friday, October 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And this will be at Bojangles Coliseum, like you said, in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the 23rd rally that President Trump has held in North Carolina and the 5th rally in the Charlotte area since he began his race for president in June of 2015. President Trump is to discuss the latest news about the booming Trump economy and lifting up families across North Carolina, as well as the critical need for voters to help protect and expand the GOP majorities in the House and Senate this November. Quote, "We are pleased to announce the next stop on our national midterm campaign tour with a Make America Great Again rally on Friday, October 26th in North Carolina, featuring President Donald Trump," said Laura Trump, senior advisor to Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated. She said, quote, "I'm very excited for my father-in-law to visit my home state once again to celebrate the great American comeback that's benefiting families across North Carolina. As the future site of the 2020 Republican National Convention, Charlotte is a great place for President Trump to go and urge North Carolinians to get out and vote on November 6th to help protect and expand the Republican majorities in the House and Senate. Once again, this Make America Great Again rally featuring Donald J. Trump will be tomorrow. That's Friday, October 26th of 2018 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Charlotte, North Carolina. It will be held at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, and the address for that is 2700 East Independence Boulevard, Charlotte, NC. General admission is doors open at 4 p.m. for general admission, and he is actually scheduled to begin speaking at 7 p.m. Wheels down for Air Force One is he will land around 6 p.m. and motorcade on over in the Beast. So you can expect some heavy traffic if you're going to be in the downtown Charlotte area. Anyone not going to the rally is advised to kind of just stay out of the area unless you really need something down here because traffic is going to be a mess. There's also a Hornets game. Is that a team around here? Mm-hmm. A Hornets game. Yeah. And it's also going to be held during rush hour, so it's just going to be pretty messy. So if you're planning on getting inside, you better come early. Dress warm, like Alyssa said. Weather's going to be a bit ugly, but it's going to be worth it.
Yes, it definitely will. And some of you were asking what the seating capacity is in the Bojangles Coliseum, and it is about 9,600. So we know President Trump will have that Coliseum packed. And there will be thousands of patriots waiting outside as well. I think it's a nice venue. It's a little bit older, not as nice as the Spectrum Center, but, you know, it's a great place for a rally, and it's inside. I think everyone's going to really appreciate that, especially with some of those colder temperatures tomorrow. Yes, we are definitely very thankful. And, of course, we want to know your thoughts as well, what you guys think tomorrow is going to be like, any questions you might have, and what you think about the candidates that President Trump is endorsing as well. So make sure to interact with us. Of course, we are monitoring the YouTube chat right in front of us, and we are checking our Twitter accounts throughout the night as well. If you want to reach out to me on Twitter, it is at Alyssa Ashe, RSBN. And Liz, what's yours?
Hi, I am at _Liz Willis on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram at Liz Willis, no underscore there. And yes, Alyssa, Trump is hosting the rally tomorrow for North Carolina 9th Congressional District candidate Mark Harris. And keep in mind, security that I mentioned earlier, or traffic that I mentioned earlier, is actually going to have increased security due to the bomb threats that are going on right now. So that's just another factor to factor in to what time you decide to come out. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to jump on over to Mark Harris. Like I said, he is the candidate President Trump is coming to endorse. He's running for the 9th Congressional District. And just to read to you guys a quick Meet Mark. This is from markharrisforcongress.com, so this is totally paid for and funded by him. Under Meet Mark, a husband, father, pastor, and community leader, Dr. Mark Harris has dedicated his adult life to serving people. Mark grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the youngest of 5 children born to Everett and Virginia Harris. I am also the youngest of 5. From an early age, Mark learned the importance of faith, family, hard work, service, and patriotism. Mark's dad has always been his hero. Raised in the Methodist Children's Home and later shot down and held prisoner during World War II, Mark defines his dad as the ultimate overcomer who never became bitter but always better. Both of Mark's parents served their church and community in many ways, setting an example for their children to follow. After graduating from R.J. Reynolds High School, Mark attended Appalachian State University, where he graduated with a B.S. in political science in 1987. With plans to attend Campbell University Law School in the fall, it was at Appalachian State that Mark met his future wife, Beth, who was earning her degree in middle school education. Just weeks before their wedding, Mark heard and answered God's call to enter the ministry. With Beth's full support, Mark headed to Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Mark went on to earn both his Master's of Divinity and Doctor of Ministry degree in Christian Leadership from Northeastern. And Mark says, quote, "It's time for a new approach." And this is kind of his entire campaign slogan going into this election. Mark served 2 churches prior to moving to Charlotte. At Center Grove Baptist in Clements, North Carolina, his first pastorate, the church experienced tremendous growth and ultimately relocated its facilities to 38 acres of land under Mark's leadership. Mark developed a strategic plan at Curtis Baptist in Augusta, Georgia, to unite the church's Christian school campuses at the main church campus with the construction of $7 million education building. The school was realized, allowing for other improvements in the school's future. In 2005, Mark answered a call to First Baptist Church Charlotte. Despite the crash of the economy in 2008, Mark led the church to address issues with aging infrastructure. The church launched a highly successful capital campaign, raising $2.6 million from 2010 to 2013. The funds from the campaign enabled the church to upgrade its heating, its air system, install top-of-the-line sound and lighting systems, and refurbish the entire worship center. All of these projects were completed without the church acquiring debt. While serving as senior pastor at First Baptist Charlotte, Mark was elected president of the North Carolina Baptist Convention from 2011 to 2013. Mark's tenure as president coincided with the ballot initiative in 2012 to define marriage in North Carolina as the union of one man and one woman. He helped mobilize North Carolina's churches as a founding member of Vote for Marriage NC and is widely credited with playing a significant role in the marriage amendment's passage. Almost done. Mark has served in numerous additional leadership roles. He served from 1999 to 2009 as a trustee of Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary, serving as chairman of the board from 2005 to 2007. Mark also served on the board of directors for the Biblical Recorder from 2006 to 2010. In conclusion, Mark is running for Congress because he believes the people of the 9th District need and deserve a congressman who will listen to them, take their concerns to Washington, and work hard for them every single day. I know that was a mouthful, but this man has quite the resume all over the board, not just career politician, thought he might wanted to go that route, went to law school, but then ended up in seminary, so...
That's awesome.
He's
Thank you, Liz.
quite interesting. You're welcome,
Yeah,
Alyssa.
that's really good. I'm really looking forward to hearing him speak, and I'm not sure if you guys know, but Charlotte actually encompasses 2 districts, District 12 and District 9, and so I got some wonderful insight. Wanted to shout out from a resident here in Charlotte, Swoosh for Trump. Thank you so much for providing us with some great information. So the 12th congressional district is no contest at all. The Democrats always win it easily, and no Republican has ever won the 12th district here in North Carolina, ever. And the really competitive district at the moment, like Liz said, is District 9. So, you're going to see former Pastor Mark Harris, and hopefully he will be the incumbent, whose name is Robert Pittenger. And Harris is actually facing a former Marine Democrat, Dan McCready, who is very cautiously running as a moderate in this red district and experiencing great success thanks to a huge influx of DNC support from outside the area. And Swoosh for Trump said actually when he kind of drives around the area, he sees McCready signs everywhere. So it's really, competitive. McCready, he's kind of just, his signs are just taking over people's front yards, and he's just really popular. So, people with the Democratic National Convention have been throwing McCready signs in so many intersections, businesses, kind of just everywhere you can think of. And District 9 does include South District and the towns of Matthews and Mint Hill, which are going to be a little more suburban. And it goes on several counties eastward all the way down to the city of Fayetteville. Now, Charlotte is a huge city. It is absolutely beautiful, and it has a population of almost 900,000 people. So it's actually the largest city in North Carolina. Its nickname is the Queen City. It's a really beautiful city. I've been able to spend some time here. My dad actually lives just outside of the city, so coming up to visit him all the time for the past few years has been absolutely fantastic. There's some really great areas. One of my favorites is nicknamed Noda. I spent some time there today, just a little bit. It's North Davidson Street, and it's actually the artsy district of the city. And I know, we were able to stop there earlier today and stop at Amelie's French Bakery. Did you enjoy that, Liz?
I loved it. Thank you for the lovely recommendation.
Good.
Glad I listened to you.
Of
despite
course.
last night's endeavor.
Yeah, we had some rough restaurants last night in Wisconsin, but thank the Lord we are back in the Carolinas, and I feel a lot more at home here. Wisconsin was great, but I'm okay if we don't go back there for a while or ever. I'm sorry, Wisconsinites, if you're watching. You guys were very friendly. Just the area wasn't
She
my
just
favorite.
didn't want to go to Arby's for dinner. Whatever.
We went to Denny's. It was a great time.
This is a little off topic, but it is something that I think is worth mentioning. Currently, what is going on right now among a lot of negative stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and read this tweet from Candace Owens. For the first time ever, I was too choked up to speak on stage tonight. At long last, the Black conservative movement has descended upon Washington, D.C. It's beautiful, it's raw, it's free. God bless America.
Wow.
So I have chills reading that because I was able to spend some time earlier watching these videos from the movement that's in D.C., along with Candace and some of the Trump family, and it is just powerful. Like she said, it's beautiful, it's raw, it's free. And I'm wondering if Kanye West made as big, like, an even bigger impact on the community than I had initially thought he would.
Yeah. Did you hear what President Trump said about Kanye yesterday?
He was like, Kanye likes me or something like that?
Yeah, he said, Kanye likes him, and I think he was talking about maybe not Jim Jordan. He was talking about a governor or a candidate that was kind of quiet, and he said, but Kanye, he's got his ideas, and Kanye likes me, and everyone just, busted out laughing. It was really funny.
I was laughing. The guys behind us didn't like it as much as we did.
No, they were not President Trump supporters. Mm-mm. They didn't like anything he said at all, so...
Kind of rude, but I suppose freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting. We have just a group of different journalists in the press pool, and it's really great to interact with them. And a couple, tables behind us, there was actually a radio host who is running for governor against Scott Walker, and he's very liberal.
Just mocked him the whole time.
Yeah, we heard him the whole time saying things about President Trump, and
they were like live on the radio.
Wasn't really professional while the president's speaking to talk over him. And, share your opinion, please do, but maybe after the speech would be cool.
Would have been good.
Yeah. They were a couple behind us.
One table behind us.
Not
the
people
guys
right beside us at our table were fantastic. It was great meeting them.
Our table was great. Cool man.
And also, we wanted to shout out big thank you to Randall German, a.k.a. Trump Card, who is actually working on an RSBN movie. That's a lot of fun. He's making more Trump cards. Thank you, Randall.
Amazing.
It's been so fun to see those Trump cards. We really appreciate them. And, of course, have shared them on our Twitter accounts for everyone to see. Just kind of a fun thing. It's the closest thing I have to a picture with President Trump. So I think it's pretty cool.
It's also the closest thing I have to a picture with a giraffe.
I mean, you're interviewing a giraffe. That takes some skill.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I've been able to practice the art of interviewing.
Yeah.
Just to touch base, so far, this is just on, I'm just going to jump in and cover a few of the topics that are circulating in the news cycle this week.
Today's been crazy. There's been a lot going on.
I might not have gotten all of it, but there's, I suppose, two things that are pretty big. The bombs that are sent out so far, none of them have been able to show signs that they are actually would have exploded. Not all of them have been tested yet, but possibly the worst bomb maker in history. Second thing, the caravan. There's a second caravan that's forming. So far, it has over 1,000 people in Guatemala, and it is momentarily that President Trump is on standby, signing some type of executive order to do something, most likely send more of the National Guard or military down to our southern border to protect it. So stand by as that situation is developing, getting pretty big and very serious, hoping for a positive outcome. Now, he did mention at one of his rallies last week, can't remember exactly which one, but it was that he had something planned that would make everyone, I think he used the word smile. So he says he has a plan, but he's not going to reveal it until after midterms. So anxious to see what that is, because I can't think of anything that would appease the Democrats at this point. If he opened the borders and said, all right, fine, just come on in, they would find something about that's wrong. So I don't know. But let's see.
Also, wanted to shout out, John Mitchell says he will be at the rally tomorrow, and he will be looking for us.
Oh, good.
Wonderful. We are excited to meet you, John. And let's see, I have some more facts, but before I move on, anything else to add about those news stories yet?
Yeah, let me jump on in. I had screenshotted. Oh, so these are, I don't know if they're fun facts, but they're facts regarding tomorrow's event, and they are... Okay, so the contract between Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated and the CRVA obtained by Channel 9 details $23,000 in license and broadcast fees. Under the terms, Trump's team has access to Bojangles Coliseum starting Wednesday. And they also paid not only for the $23,000 for that, but they also bought out parking surrounding. So I suppose that's for lines. And they had to pay roughly $10,000 just to have that area available for their patriots to line up in. Some more facts is that, in addition to President Trump visiting for a 7 p.m. rally at Bojangles Coliseum, we're expecting wet weather, which you mentioned earlier, and that is as well as the Hornets game, and this is all going to affect uptown Charlotte. President Trump is expected to arrive on Air Force One just after 6 p.m. Friday, which will close parts of Billy Graham Parkway. More than likely, they will take Wilkinson Boulevard over to John Belk Freeway. They could also take I-85 to Brookshire, but then they can take the John Belk over towards Independence Boulevard.
Perfect. Thank
At
you.
the same time, there's a Hornets game at 7 p.m., which will affect uptown commutes as well as I-77.
Oh my
Totally
goodness.
insane.
Yeah.
So they just recommend that if you work in the area, try to avoid the arena between 6 and 8 p.m. on Friday.
Okay. Also, thank you, Liz. I wanted to shout out, don't have your name. I scrolled all the way up and it's not showing up. But thank you to whatever sweet patriot donated $25. We really appreciate you and everyone that, donates and supports us. As you know, this is very expensive and we're doing so many rallies. This is the most I've ever done. This is is it our 4th or 5th one in a row? Because we didn't do Arizona. Switch for Trump said 6 RSBN, because I think we had, 3 last week, 3 this week. So it's just been back to back to back, and it is really busy. We're traveling all over the country with the president, and we are not able to do it without your support. So we are so thankful for your support, guys. We're humbled by each and every single donation. So if maybe you're new to RSBN, you want to help us out and make sure that we can, keep going to all these rallies in our own unique way, because we are not a mainstream media station. We are a family. We would really appreciate that. A couple different quick ways you can donate. One of them right here on the YouTube chat. If you happen to be watching and commenting, we're so glad to have you. All you have to do is hit that $sign down below and you can donate, and your name and donation will come up in a bright color. However, side note, YouTube does get to keep 30% of that donation, which, we don't like. So if you go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate, you can donate on PayPal, and PayPal hangs on to only 10% and we get to keep 90%. So that's really nice. Also, of course, you can donate through Patreon, and Patreon's a really great way because you get fun things in return as well, like hats, pens, pencils, stickers, mugs, t-shirts, just different things that say RSBN, so that you can, make us more known to your friends and family. Everywhere I go, I market RSBN. I meet people on planes. I met this awesome lady, Judy, today, and Toby the other day. Every single plane, I do not want to be on a plane without having a conversation. I tell them our mission. I give them our card, and then we have a new viewer. And I think that's really great, and you guys should do it too. It's really fun and cool. Anyways,
unless it's a 5 a.m. flight.
Unless it's a 5 a.m. flight. I was by cameraman on that flight, so I didn't market us. I think I just kind of tried to read a book. Tried to sleep, didn't work. Liz enjoyed her sleep. She's good at it.
Thank you.
I used to be. I don't know what happened. I'll get back there.
You drank coffee.
I did drink coffee, yeah. That messed it up a little bit too. But I was still tired. Anyways, it was a day, guys. We are just glad to be here and ready for tomorrow. But speaking of donating, we will say that last way with the address, but I know our wonderful moderators, thank you, Sanity Personified, are already commenting our address if you'd like to donate through the mail. So Dave Harvey donated $20, and he said, I want Rush Limbaugh to meet President Trump. Been watching since the start. You guys killed it with the viewers in the past few rallies. I see you guys being competitive with the big news. God bless. Thank you, Dave.
We're also beating big news when it comes to views on President Trump's rallies. So that's pretty cool. Something we take a lot of pride in. Mm-hmm. We're definitely always watching those numbers. And fun fact is that during the rallies, we're all texting as the entire group of RSBN, whether we're all together or not. And we'll be like, 20K. We hit 20K.
Yeah, it's exciting.
21, 22,
kind
23.
Of like an adrenaline rush.
It is. And I'm a little competitive with the other groups. So, but
you are.
Recently,
you're always the one to tell us the numbers.
Yeah, no, you were on numbers this week.
Yeah, I did it too. I mean, because it's really interesting.
But I read it and I'm like, well, duh, I know that. I'm watching it.
Yeah, and it's because we always have the stream pulled up on our phone as well. Where we're sitting, we can't actually see President Trump, and so we just have him right here and see the comments and you guys, and it's really great. But it's kind of interesting, and this might sound a little weird, but just saying, so psychologically, like on social media, when you get a lot of likes, it gives the brain like a high, which is why social media can be dangerous sometimes. Dopamine. It feels the same way a little bit for us with views, but I think it's okay. We want that number to keep going up. It's just exciting, to get there. And we've really had great numbers the past week. Thank you for reminding us of that. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you.
Manning Luck says hi, Liz and Alyssa. Hashtag MAGA.
Hey, Manning Luck,
Let's
thank
see.
you. And thank you to all of our moderators, everyone over on the website, Common Sense, Raculp, Glenn O. Thank you guys so much for your continued support and for making the chat room clean and family friendly. And everyone here tonight, it looks like we've got some members as well. I'm going to shout out some members and moderators all together. Deplorable D, Dan the Plumber. You want to read out that comment, Liz?
Nope, Dan the Plumber.
Good
night.
Nope. So, that's okay. The Convergence, thank you. History B, Deplorable D, Retired Person, DM, History B, and Tim Hargraves. We're just reading out some creative comments. We never know what we're going to get from our viewers.
At all.
Had some that on Twitter I had to report yesterday. That was just something. So, once again, everyone that is making those positive, constructive comments, we appreciate you more than you know, because we also see a lot that are not so helpful at times. So, yeah, thank you for the nice ones. And we're going to continue reading your comments, going to continue interacting with you guys. I have some more information that I'm going to read out to you guys about Charlotte. And I don't know, do you think we'll hear from, candidates that aren't up for re-election, maybe the governor or any senators here?
It's a good question. What's interesting about this rally is that when the announcement was made, normally it says exactly who he's here to endorse, but it doesn't mention any of that. So for the Congressional 9th District, that's just kind of some digging I had to do to find that.
Yeah.
But as far as the press release statement, it doesn't say specifically who he's here for.
Okay, gotcha. And question for Joe, should have asked you earlier, but maybe someone in the chat room knows. Do we know if Diamond and Silk are going to be there tomorrow?
I have no idea, but they should be.
They should be. They live here.
It would be cool.
Yeah, we really wanted to collab with them, but we haven't heard anything yet. So hopefully, but we'll see.
We have some sweet supporters. British Patriot said he wanted to defend us. Sanity personified. Yes, the rally is tomorrow. And that was sweet. You ladies do a great job. That was from Deals to Go. Thank you. I know Fritzen said you two work well together. Keep up the good fight.
Thank you.
Rally is tomorrow night. History B, yes, that's correct. The rally is tomorrow night, not tonight. Tonight we're just letting people, we're just sending out a warning so you guys can know what's going on, because mainstream media isn't going to really talk much about it until it's happening, and at that point it's too late. Randall, good night. Will we be seeing you tomorrow? He says, good night, friends. Will you be there tomorrow?
Also,
yes, and Megyn Kelly was let go today.
Yeah,
for
that was
I think
big.
Around $69 million. They had to buy out her contract.
I wish I would get bought out for that.
Yeah, Joe, fire me.
It was crazy to see that. I saw her apology on Instagram, and I had been focusing on the rallies, not the Today Show. And so, although I really do love Savannah and Hoda, wasn't focusing on that. And so you guys told me, and it's crazy. I really couldn't believe it. And it is scary just now how in the mainstream media, you have to be so careful what you say. Literally every word is criticized. I mean, even here we do try to be careful what we say,
but nothing's
as you guys
scripted,
know,
so it's dangerous.
It's not scripted, and we are more open with you guys because we're a different format. And so, we appreciate it when you respect us, because we're still trying to be as professional as we can, And let's see, want to share just some more information from Swoosh, but you have something else
Frank
first?
said, what time should we get to the rally if it opens at 4? I would recommend getting there by noon. Early. I know that sounds crazy.
Maybe earlier, 10 a.m.
If you can, 10. But I think you'd be safe by noon. If the doors open at 4, he's set to speak at 7. Speakers will start at 5. I think noon will be okay. You can try later, but...
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
It is a big arena.
Yes. So let's see, just some more information about Charlotte. So the total number of neighborhoods here, there's actually 200, which is wonderful. And let's see, we're going to read some more useful and fun facts. So it's the largest city in the state of North Carolina. It was the second largest baking center in America until last year when San Francisco actually pulled ahead of Charlotte. And there's a lot of banks here, especially uptown. So the area we're actually in right now is uptown. There's not really a downtown here. Even though it feels like downtown, they call it uptown. And including the tallest building in the city, which is really close to us, the Bank of America Tower. I know.
I wonder if we can see it.
Might be really close to us, but we're not going to say where, but very close to us.
Okay.
So let's see. Charlotte has the eastern headquarters of Wells Fargo, who bought out Wachovia some years ago. This is a really cool fact. So the uptown buildings actually light up random colors at night. It's really beautiful. Just driving through the city, we were able to see some of it. The Duke Energy building actually has a famous martini glass shape, and they just light up different colors, and it's really beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, I really appreciate the architecture. And let's see, some more fun facts. So there's a lot of headquarters here in Charlotte, actually. Nucor, Sealed Air, Lowe's, Duke Energy, Family Dollar, Lending Tree, and some others. As you guys know, it is the birthplace and burial place of famous evangelical preacher Billy Graham. And his gravesite is located at the Billy Graham Library, which is free of charge to visit. It's absolutely beautiful from the pictures I've seen. I haven't been able to spend some time over there yet. I've wanted to, and I will soon. It's definitely on my list, but it's really close to the airport, so I hope to be able to head over there soon. Not on this trip, because we are heading out in the morning, but maybe next time.
I've heard it's like the #1 thing to do in Charlotte.
Yeah, it's up there. Apparently, I guess I spent too much time at Amelie's eating macarons and drinking coffee. It's just really cute. And there's a lot of amazing coffee shops here, and a lot of really cute parks that give you those wonderful skyline views. And I really like photography, and so I've been able to see some of those. And Swoosh for Trump sent me some really great pictures that he took of the city at night. I'm going to show you real quick, Liz, and I want to show everyone else. So I might tweet these out tonight and give Swoosh credit, because they are fantastic. Yes, I want you guys to be able to see them as well. If there was a way, I would pop it in the YouTube chat, but I don't think that's a thing yet.
Well, good night, JC in me 2020. Sorry, Vision. Had to get close to read that one. But
have a good night. Thank you for joining us. And let's see some more fun facts. So about moving on to wow, I have a lot. So the Bojangles Coliseum, we were talking about it earlier. It was actually originally known as the Charlotte Coliseum until another arena by that name was built in 1988. That one no longer exists, and it opened in 1955. It is home of the Charlotte Checkers of the AHL. This is the minor hockey affiliate of the Carolina Hurricane, and they're located in Raleigh, about 2 hours east of here. Raleigh's a beautiful city there as well. I haven't been able to get out there yet, but I really want to. So also, like we were talking about, the NBA Hornets, they play in the larger Spectrum Center arena in Uptown Charlotte. Okay, that's probably why President Trump, isn't holding the rally in the Spectrum Center, because the Hornets are playing there. So he is in the Bojangles Coliseum. The Coliseum has hosted a number of major musical acts, including Elvis Presley, the Rolling Stones, The Who, Queen, the Monkees, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Experience, Jackson 5, so many others. And it was recently renovated in 2016 when the Checkers moved back in after playing several seasons in the Spectrum Center and the now defunct Charlotte Coliseum. So those are some facts about the Coliseum. Hope you guys enjoyed. We really like to be as informed as possible about the areas that we're going to, especially if you guys are not able to make it out there yourselves, because we really want to give you the experience like you're actually there. And, that's our goal with each and every single rally. But, of course, if you're coming tomorrow, make sure to let us know. We would love to meet you. Just DM us on Twitter, Instagram, email, whatever, YouTube in the chat right here. We'll try to see it. And let's see.
A few announcements while you gathered those. tomorrow we are going to begin giving away official RSBN office artwork that we used to hang in the old office that was in Opelika, and these will go to the highest donor. It will be one piece per rally, so we'll let you know which piece will be kind of auctioning off tomorrow in a sense. Also, breaking news, between October 31st, happy Halloween, and Election Day, with the possibility of bumping it up to 2 rallies every day in different cities, in different states, President Trump is expecting to hold at least 10 different rallies.
Wow.
So pray for us.
We're going to need 2 teams
Donate
again.
to us.
Yeah.
We're going to need 3 teams.
3 teams.
Don't sound too excited now.
No, we're excited. We just have to think logistically, how is this even possible?
Yeah. We're going to figure it out.
We need a
Don't
private
worry.
plane. If anyone would like to donate a private plane and a pilot to Right Side Broadcasting, you could do so
That'd be
by
amazing.
emailing me, Liz.Willis.
You can do so, just pop it in the YouTube link right here. We'll take it.
Oh my
That'd
goodness.
be great. Thank you guys so much. And someone asked if President Trump was coming to Virginia anytime soon. Not from what we have heard in the next few days, but hopefully he will be in Illinois on Saturday, and you'll see our second team there with cameraman James and Max Kleiber and Tom O'Neill. So another guys rally. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And of course, Liz and I will be watching as we pack for the next 2 weeks.
Yes. For the next 6 days, actually.
Yeah.
So by the time we pack, we only have to bring 6 days of clothing, but roughly 12 rallies.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll figure it out. If we're wearing the same thing, please be kind.
Yeah. So far, we have Illinois, and that is going to be Saturday. Yes, Illinois is Saturday, and then we have a little bit of a break. So we're going to be able to travel back to headquarters, and then we have Florida on Wednesday, October 31st. So that'll be Halloween. So that'll be 2 days to kind of wash our clothes, repack, and get back out there on the trail, roughly 2 states a day. So we're going to figure it out. It's going to be crazy, but you guys have been with us this whole time, and we're excited to finish strong. Cameraman Joe was joking earlier, and we were saying we're all exhausted, and I said everyone except cameraman. Because
He's got that dragon energy. I want some of that.
It's definitely not genetic.
But I did see one of your comments. Someone said that we look rested. That is a huge compliment.
I saw that earlier today, or did it happen again?
No, it just happened.
Oh, it was at the beginning of the stream.
We're not. So if we look like it, that is great.
But we also talk about how the worst thing to be told is oh, you look tired.
Oh yeah.
And even if you're tired, it's just
you look comfy. Which you could say that to me right now, but I am comfy.
I'm comfy. And somewhat well rested. We were able to sleep today despite having to be up at 3:30. Mm-hmm. But it's fun. All in.
It's worth it.
We were out the door at 4.
Oh yeah, you're right. You made a miracle.
You delusional?
It was a miracle.
So, I'm gonna read some final comments over in the YouTube chat and on Twitter. I'm gonna check Twitter again just to make sure you guys don't have any final questions or concerns.
Alyssa Ashe, what are you gonna be for Halloween? She said she was gonna be 0.0024% Indian for Halloween.
No way. I am not
So
doing
if you
that.
just do a little braid right here,
No.
you'll be Elizabeth Warren.
I have some thoughts, but I want to keep it a surprise. So stay tuned. It is someone that I admire a lot.
You just need a
don't
little
know how
bun
I'm
and a
gonna
pearl necklace.
pull that off. Just don't tell them.
I just want to see if they'll guess.
No, I don't want them to guess. I want it to be a surprise.
I will be Melania.
You already are Melania.
I'm gonna be 0.02% Donald Trump and just go to every rally.
That's good. Also want to just shout out, if you are watching right now, I don't know if you are, but Alicio Martinez Foster made a new friend over on Instagram today. He is actually a missionary in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
So that's really cool. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Hopefully you're watching. If not,
Let
I'll
us
tell you to
know.
watch later. Because that's what I do. So let's see. Any more questions over here? Okay, do we have any info on protesters? Not yet, but from what I know about Charlotte, there will be protesters.
Yeah.
Really thinking that there will be. It's just, it is a beautiful city. It's clean. It's pretty safe, but there have been just protests and riots in the past. I was telling my dad about one of the really nice hotels here, and he's like, oh yeah, they had a window knocked out by protesters last year. I'm like,
good.
Great. Yeah.
We love that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we'll see.
Violence solves everything.
Trump is also somewhat expected to come to Georgia, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes.
Now I know how you feel, even though he went to all 3 of the states that you're from.
Yeah.
I only get to claim 1.
He did.
But, yeah, we see a lot about the walkaway march, and we want to film it. However, our camera's already designated towards the rallies, and we don't have the extra camera to do that. But I think Joe is working on something. I'm not sure, so I don't know. Someone is going to be filming it, though, somewhere. It may not be Right Side Broadcasting, but I think it's being taken care of.
Okay, perfect. And let's see.
Good night, History B. History B is going to sleep.
Taking final questions right now. Let's see. Eagle David McLeod says, since Texas was a huge rally, which one is supposed to be as big as the one in Texas? Florida, maybe.
I don't think anything's going to be as big as Texas.
I don't think so.
No.
We're going to Fort Myers. I don't know too much about it, but it's not a huge city. It's not as big as Houston.
Florida's rallies are good, but everything's bigger in Texas.
It definitely is. It was so good to be here, to be there, even though
Here,
it was
there, yeah.
here, there, everywhere. Sound like Dr.
Except
Seuss.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were in Texas for like 36 hours, but it was just so good to get a little taste of it. Even the Super Target, it was perfect. I mean, I love Target anyways, but Texas Target, just everything's bigger and just beautiful, and meeting those patriots was really awesome. They were all so just sweet and friendly, and they wanted to talk. I got to meet someone's dog and shake its hand, and I want to go back and find that clip and just screenshot it because it was just so precious, and it was really great to meet them. But, honestly, every rally has a great turnout, and every rally has people, I think, with big hearts that support our president. Whether we're in the North or the South, it doesn't matter. It kind of just feels like a family in our entire country because it's really a movement,
It is, and they never seem to amaze me.
Yeah, they're always there. There's always a huge turnout. And so we are really thankful for that. And looking at some final questions and comments. Let's see. Don't want to miss any, so going to shout it out one last time. If you have any comments, questions that you want to share on Twitter. Okay, here's a new one. So Matthew James says, hello, I'll be in line at the Charlotte rally, hopefully around front. Oh, he told me what he's going to wear. Okay, I'm not going to shout that out to everyone. But he says, I'll say a few awesome things to the camera outside or inside. Please do, Matthew James. That's fantastic.
We're really looking forward to getting a lot of interviews tomorrow, too.
Yes. It's going to be good. I am really excited.
The cornfield.
Yeah. Let's see. Also got a question. Right Side Mark. I heard they started lining up at 5 p.m. today at venue. Did you notice that? Wow.
We have not heard anything about that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
That's awesome. The support is insane. I mean, I know that people are, just camping out. And biggest Shawn Mendes fan. She says, my question is, what are Trump rallies like? I've never been to one. Honestly, Amanda, they're fantastic. The people just come from all over, nearby, far away, adjoining bordering states, wherever. They come out and they really just, bring their enthusiasm, bring their excitement, and they fully support our president. And so I think it's just amazing because, like I said, it is a movement, and there's some waiting in line, but that's a really great opportunity to get to know people. And I've had many supporters tell me that it's just such a great chance to get to talk to like-minded supporters, someone that kind of thinks like you on some similar issues. You have that common ground there, and it's really fun. And also, I don't know, I just think it's wonderful. President Trump always, brings his best, and he brings, a lot of energy to the table. So yeah, I think they're good. Liz, how would you summarize a Trump rally?
It changes. At first, I'd say it's shocking, but I'm no longer, like, I don't have that
You're not shocked anymore.
shock value. It took me about 20, 30 rallies to realize that this is what it is. It's a huge movement, and it's not dying down. At first, I was like, well, this is just, the town that we're in. That's why it's so big or something like that. But every single town, no matter how big or small, shows up and shows out for their president. So it's a movement is how I would describe it, and it's for the betterment of our country. Despite the negative media and the criticism, people are slowly starting to catch on. I think, I hope, I pray. And Amir, I had seen some Amir saying hi to us earlier. It's not here now, but I was reading it. I just didn't have the opportunity in between sentences to say hello. Hi, Blade RNR10. Thank you for your sweet words. We really appreciate that.
He's from Australia, right? That's pretty cool. Yes. Love those international viewers.
And Randall was asking about the banner. Randall, we didn't have a post show last night, so we couldn't do the raffles. So we're going to figure something out tomorrow night regarding everything. And we also, tomorrow night, will have the winners from last night. Was that last night? Mm-hmm. Wow. From last night's from yesterday's rally.
Mosinee, Wisconsin.
We will announce the winners from the light boxes tomorrow during our Charlotte post. Do we have
We don't have a Charlotte post show.
We'll do it.
So stay tuned. Those will be on our website.
We'll do it immediately following the president's speech, if we can.
Yeah,
we are having a lot of problems with music right now and copyright claims, but you guys bear with us. You always have. You're incredible, and we're going to make it work. So we will figure something out as we go.
And yes, side note, our CEO says the winners from last night are up already. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
On our website, rsbnetwork.com.
So check that out, and congratulations to everyone who won.
You will be able to see it. Yep.
Shoot. Okay.
So
shoot us an email with your address if you won.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, one more question for you, Liz, from America First. Liz, if you had one question for the president, what would it be? We always ask that to viewers. We don't get asked that ourselves as much. What do you think?
Would ask him, how can I help?
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like we have so much to offer him, and we don't have the ability because no one's reached out to us, but we are helping, but I want to do something greater and bigger. Mm-hmm. And even if it's just a shout out from his Twitter, people will be able to find, our link to be able to watch these rallies, and it'll be able to help the country by showing just how many people are actually there. You've seen what happens just by Kanye stepping up and saying, I'm going to wear my hat. It's my superhero cape. And now they have the entire movement going on in D.C. this week.
Yeah.
Pipe bombs, they've narrowed it down from South Florida is the source.
So, breaking news, according to RSBN cameraman, the pipe bombs that were sent out have been narrowed down, sourced to South Florida. Now, I'm a little bit curious as to how you narrow that down. I've watched CSI, and sometimes they do things like a feather will accidentally be in a package, and they're like, oh, this came from a bird that only lives in the Everglades.
And we're going to South Florida.
Oh, and we're
going there on Wednesday.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Awesome.
Well, knowing President Trump, the man or woman behind this, don't want to be sexist, will be brought to justice by then.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I think we're going to wrap up pretty soon.
I will. One last question.
Comments?
Sorry. Seth Rollins. This is like the 10th time I've seen this question. I don't know if it's you, but will Trump come to Albany, New York? I don't know. We don't know anything. All we know is literally that half the team is going to be in Illinois tomorrow, and the rest of the team is going to be in Florida on Halloween. And at that point, that's as far as our schedule goes. And maybe Georgia somewhere. So that's as far as we've got. I'm going to hand it back over to Alyssa, who's going to wrap it up tonight for us.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, British Patriot, for reminding me. I'm going to do a quick wrap-up prayer. And, of course, you guys know you can send me those prayer requests on Twitter, at Alyssa Ashe, RSBN. If I don't respond, I'm still praying for you. Please know that. But I'll respond. Don't worry. So, okay, I'm going to pray real quick. We're going to wrap it up and get prepared for tomorrow. Dear God, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for just the sweet opportunity to interact with all of the sweet Patriots, friends, supporters in the chat room. I ask that you will bless each and every single one of them. Just give them a great night and a great weekend. And just help us to glorify you tomorrow at the rally, God. I just ask that you will really keep everyone safe as we are in a really just shaky, unsafe time in our nation. That you will just keep everyone safe. That you will watch over President Trump. That you will bless him. God, that you will anoint him. And that you will just guide the words of his mouth. And God, just guide his heart to lead our country well and all those behind the scenes on his campaign, God, that work so hard and that are never recognized. I ask that you watch over them and help us to just glorify you in all that we do. And I also just pray a special blessing over all of the equipment, the cables, the switches, the mics, the cords, that you will just help it all to work well, and that you will help us to stay strong and have dragon energy and know that at the end of the day, we are doing this for you, and we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
I love you. Okay, that was beautiful. Nicely said, and amen to that. We love you guys. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We will post later today. I think I'm not good with time zones, so I don't even want to try bothering saying it, but we'll post on our Twitter our schedule for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And
we are on Eastern time.
yes. All right.
Yes. Thank you,
Shall
guys.
we say our new wrap up together?
Yeah.
Are you
wanna
in my
start it?
head?
Yeah.
Or we could just do it together on 3.
Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3.
God
God bless and good night.
When everybody said away, right behind, tomorrow's the day. My bride's gonna come. I said, whoa, no, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? I said, oh, wait, now, ride me high. Tomorrow is the day that my bride's gonna come. I said, whoa, no, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? I said, now, oh, wait, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day and my bride is gonna come. I said, oh, are we gonna fly? Y'all wanna sing? Down in the easy chair, come on. I said,